saying this morning to my little Lily, you better get on up. It's Monday morning. Welcome to the Aired Out podcast from Fly on the Wall Productions, North Main Street in Barrie, where is a frigid start to the day. Starting out by saying, listen, if you are thinking about buying or selling a home, BCK Real Estate right here on North Main Street is your answer. Could be a home, could be maybe some commercial property, some land. John Biondolillo is going to be in here real soon. We know that having a brokerage with solid local insight and experience is an absolute must these days. You just got to have it. So John at bckrealestate.com. And I know there's some chat this morning that Fannie and Freddie are saying the new norm for 2025 is going to be hovering right around 6 to 6.5%. But we're going to talk about it with John this week. Also, I'm hoping this week we're going to be able to get him on. Also, coming up this week, why is alcohol losing its luster? Its link to cancer has really picked up pace. The news on this is just, I don't know, man. It came out like right before the new year, and now it is just everywhere. I see it everywhere. Not only the links to cancer, but also kind of a trending non-alcoholic, dare I say, movement. I know there's all these new recipes that are everywhere for non-alcohol drinks and even non-alcoholic bars that are becoming more popular. So anyway, this week on Aired Out, we're going to be chatting about it a little bit, putting that kind of in the spotlight. 70% of Americans have at least one drink per week, and more than half of us are not aware that alcohol is connected to cancer, myself among them. So, Surgeon General is going to be putting it on the label. We're going to chat with drug and alcohol therapist Paul Brody this week about it. And yeah, Michael's got a great point here. People are smoking more pot. So why is alcohol in the decline? And that's, good question. We're going to get into it. $9, ladies and gentlemen. $9. Think about that. Not a lot of money, right? But that's how much it's going to cost many drivers entering New York City during peak hours, now that the city has implemented a new congestion pricing toll. Wow. We're going to talk about that this morning. And the fact that that Trump has vowed to kill that program when he takes office, but unclear on when and if and how, really, he's going to follow through with that. So we'll get to more of that in a little bit. But thanks for tuning in this morning. Thanks for being part of the Aired Out experience. We're on the web at airedout.vt.com, by the way. You should check it out. It's all right there. Everything you need to know. And, of course, streamed everywhere you get your podcasts. 13 for a high today. Yes, I'm wearing my my favorite sweater. I would say, I don't know if I'd say the favorite. I'd say top three. Top three favorites. So right around 13. If you're lucky, you might get to 15 this morning, depending on where you are. Mix of sun and clouds, but either side is zero for most of us waking up here in the North Country this morning. I think it was, -4 in Newport. Warm spot. I think I heard that Manchester is at a balmy 11 degrees this morning. Yes, Chris. Congestion. Pricing. We'll get into it. I promise you. Let's see. Tonight, 6 degrees, mostly cloudy. Few snow showers late tonight, mainly after midnight. Tuesday, cloudy, snow showers, mid-teens tomorrow. I think 17 for central Vermont is what they're saying. And then Wednesday, overcast and 9 degrees for Wednesday. I'll say this morning, with temperatures like this, please be, sometimes I get a little warm when I talk about this. Please be thinking about your animals if you own them. Farm animals, domestic animals, whatever they may be, whoever they may be, whether they live outdoors or whether they're indoors, outdoors, just be cognizant of these temperatures. Be aware. Think about that. Make sure that if they are outdoors, no matter what kind of animals they are, that their water is still in the liquid state. We've got all our heaters out there for the chickens, and we check on them. Just make sure. That they're okay. It's so important. All right. Birthdays today. There are many top dogs. One of them is Alice Farrell on the birthday list today, and Stephen Donahue also celebrating one. Jennifer Stiers, Bobby Joe Stellato, David Badgley, Wayne Ladd, Tanya Jablonski. I think I've got it right. Is that Polish? Rob Ledoux, James Roger, Lindsay J., Stephanie Austin, Stuart Premont, Abby Manning, and Melissa LaForest, all celebrating birthdays today on this National Cuddle Up Day, which I think is appropriate. This is perfect weather for cuddling. Okay, tonight, couch. I don't care what you're watching. Snuggle. Nice warm blanket. And if you don't have anyone to snuggle with, grab the cat or the hamster or whoever it is that you live with. National Technology Day today. National Thank God It's Monday Day today. Really? And National Shortbread Day today. That is the one thing that I have a weakness. Shortbread is one of my vices. Can't say no. Can only say yes. It's also National Divorce Day today. This is the number one day of the year for breakups. There are more breakups apparently on January 6th than any other day of the year for some reason. Don't know why. What is it? Who knows? Yes. So happy Divorce Day today. And let's say this. For those of us that that are planning a divorce in 2025, that might be a good thing. That might be something to celebrate. Might be a really happy thing. And there's plenty of you out there who are divorced and are thrilled to be. So yeah, celebrate. So some of the top headlines, and I'm going to ring G here in a second, throw him on. But one of the big ones is this Arctic blast. We've got about 60 million people across dozens of states under this winter weather alert over the weekend from this massive winter storm that swept across the U.S. from the Rockies all the way to the East Coast, kind of dodged us here. But Midwest, late Saturday, a foot of snow in many locations. Eastern Kansas, 18 inches. Wow. And a whole number of lengthy stretches of interstates closed down. As of early this morning, about 10,000 flights have been canceled or delayed, more than 300,000 customers without power. No deaths reported as of yet, which is, of course, great news. But the snow comes with this mass of Arctic air, which of course we're feeling up here in the North Country, but we're a little bit more used to it than many of these areas. So temps significantly below average from North Dakota all the way as far south as the Gulf Coast. It is chilly. I see one of the top stories in the news this morning. Authorities have revealed chilling details about the timeline of events leading up to the New Year's terror attack in New Orleans. 42-year-old attacker visited the city not once, but twice in the months leading up to January and used Meta glasses, which I'm unfamiliar with. I'll tell you now. I don't know what Meta glasses are. Maybe I should. If any of you do, please enlighten me. I promise you I'll try to study up and learn what Meta glasses are. But it's some kind of technology. You put the glasses on, and then you get to film where you are. And that's apparently what this guy did on Bourbon Street to plan out his attack, which raises a whole hell of a lot of questions, does it not? On this National Technology Day today, with what's going on? Are we putting too much emphasis into certain areas of technology that maybe we shouldn't? I don't know. This and that was the subject of my Facebook question of the day today. About United Airlines announcing that its flights are now going to have access to Starlink for Wi-Fi. And I wonder how you feel about this. As of this coming spring, United Airlines will be the first carrier to say, we've got it. We have Starlink on board. And I'm sure that there's some of you out there that are like, JD, that's a great thing. What are you talking about? How could that be bad? That's wonderful. More communication. Zippity-doo-dah-a. And I understand that. I understand that way of thinking too. I do. I'm not necessarily saying this is a bad thing. I'm just wondering what you think about it. You know, is this the kind of focus that we should be putting into technology, as I wrote this morning? Or should more efforts be invested into technology that focuses on maybe airline safety? It would be more important to me to hear something like that in the news, that technology was going into, this is just my opinion, that was technology is going more into safety and less into technology of having a faster Wi-Fi speed while we're cruising at 35,000 feet. Are we that tethered to the internet that we can't even, sit and read something on a plane for 3 or 4 hours instead of constantly being online? I don't know. I mean, now it's, you can buy the upgraded Wi-Fi package on most planes. I don't know. I wonder how you feel about this. I hope you're doing well this morning. And I hope that you had a delightful weekend. I think we got G with us. Good morning, buddy.
Good morning. How are you?
Good weekend for you, bud?
Yeah, you kept me very busy, so it was a good weekend.
All right. What's going on, man? What do you say about this Facebook question of the day, bud? You got any opinions
I
on that?
I have zero opinions on that.
Okay.
I
Okay.
just, could the money be spent anywhere else? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Could it be spent on safety
Yeah.
or anything better than this?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Did you watch the game last night, or did you watch the 82nd annual Golden Globe Awards?
No, that Golden Globe, that bores me.
Yeah.
I fall asleep every time I watch that. And then today I was watching it on the Good Morning Show or whatever the hell that's called.
Yeah.
And they were showing all these dresses saying, "Oh my God, this one looks stunning," and that one. And I was like, really? They kind of look like clowns in those outfits.
No,
I
they
was
do.
like, a couple of like Angelina Jolie's that dress was absolutely gorgeous. But then there were dresses that I was like, my God, I wouldn't even wear that on Halloween. You know what I'm
I
saying? So
know.
I wasn't and that's why I don't watch it because first of all, their speeches bore me and they go on forever and
Yeah.
there's so much better things to watch like the news which makes you suicidal. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Right.
there's not much to watch out there anymore.
Brutalist, best drama. I don't know if you've seen any of that. I haven't, but
No.
apparently it was the big winner last night. So
No,
uh,
see what I do is a lot of times when movies come out in the theater and all that stuff, I don't go to the theater because see, you have to understand. This is what I do. When I go to the theater with Jed and I go to watch a movie, something's playing at the Cinemax or whatever, soon as the credits start at the beginning,
yeah.
I fall asleep because they've shut the lights down.
Right.
So I fall asleep when the credits start. And for some bizarre reason, when the credits come up at the end, I wake up and I look at Jed and I say, well, that was a good movie. Meanwhile, I have no fucking idea what the movie was about. So instead of wasting $15, $17 at the movies, plus
Yeah.
popcorn and all that other crap,
Yeah.
what we do is we wait until it leaves the
Uh
theaters.
huh.
And when it starts streaming on whatever, then we download the movie onto our Plex server.
Uh huh.
And then we're able to watch it at home. And I can hit pause, go to the bathroom, come back,
Right.
then hit pause, go to the kitchen. So movies that came out this month or last month or whatever, I'm not going to see for another 6 months.
Yeah.
And then I'll put it on, and if I hate it, I can shut it off and not spend $15, $17.
I understand. I understand. The
So
tickets
yeah,
aren't that expensive. Gee, they're not that 15 to 17. No way. Come on. They're like $10,
if you
man.
go to Burlington, they are.
Wow. Listen, you going to be with me Thursday? What the hell's going on this week?
I am. I even posted some stuff letting people know that Thursday I'm going to eat you for breakfast.
Yeah. Heard about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out some little secret stuff that you've been doing lately that I need to call you out on.
All right. And I can't wait to share our new friend here in the studio. I'm so excited about that.
Oh my gosh, that's great. And wait until people hear the stories of just getting that new friend.
Yeah.
It was hysterical. You had me peeing in my pants at your stupidity and your rhetoric that I just need to share it with everybody.
Stupidity would be borderline stupidity would be Jed being outside this time of year with this Arctic blast that's going on right now, or El Nino, whatever the hell it's called, the polar vortex, whatever, wearing shorts.
Yeah. Well, he wears shorts all year. So the only time he doesn't wear shorts is when he snowblows. But if he could wear shorts while snowblowing, he did it once, but he would do that too. But like last night, we went over to the neighbor's house to play D&D,
Yeah.
and it was frickin' 0 degrees.
Right.
And I'm bundled up. I had a turtleneck on with a sweater over it, with a scarf around me, with my Dolphins hat on, with gloves and sweatpants.
Yeah.
and I'm walking next door, freezing my ass off
Sure.
with the scarf covering my face because I have asthma, so I
Yeah.
can't get the wind in. And Jed's walking next to me in this like spring jacket and a pair of shorts,
Yeah.
and I'm looking at him going, I hate you.
Yeah.
I
There's
mean, anybody looking out the window would have been hysterical laughing.
something very wrong with that guy. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, he married me, so something's definitely wrong
Yeah.
with that guy.
Yeah.
But
Listen, I can't wait to have you on Thursday. Behave yourself, all right?
no.
All right, good. I'll talk to you soon,
Why
buddy.
would I? I'm gonna post so many teasers between now and Thursday. So everybody keep looking up my feed because I'm gonna be posting so many teasers about things that you did on the way to get our friend, and you know what I'm talking about. North End Deli. I'm not gonna say anything more.
Oh my
Oh
God.
yeah, it's coming out.
All right. I can't wait.
All the way to the time we get back to my house at the end of the trip.
It was
I'm going to be
interesting.
posting teasers, so I'm going to definitely. People listen up on Thursday morning at 9 o'clock because
Yeah.
I'm going to let it go.
You can't make this stuff up. Thank you, G. Thanks for coming on, buddy. I love you to pieces. Listen, don't forget, today's Monday. I know that today's Monday, but Wednesday, this coming Wednesday is Wellness Wednesday over at the Well Space building on Summer Street, right behind our studios here. Is this community-based holistic approach to self-care that Washington County Mental Health does every Wednesday. Well, not every single Wednesday, but like the first couple of Wednesdays of every month. And it is back. This is an opportunity for you to have acupuncture, acupressure, some mindfulness meditation, maybe a hot cup of tea, a massage, a chair massage, whatever it may be. Sound healing, they do it all. Wellness Wednesday. Keep watch on the page. You're going to be seeing the advertisement for that. And we are so excited to partner up with Washington County Mental Health, continuing as a presenting sponsor and just pushing this goodness. It's what it is for our community, and it is the day after tomorrow. The time would be right now if you would like to set up a reservation. Just reserve a spot. It's absolutely free. Everything is free. 479-4055. You just call Robin, and she'll get you. She'll get you on the books. Do we have Mr. Autry with us?
Right here, buddy. What's up, man?
Buddy, what's going on with the Steelers? What happened?
Listen, do you know why the Bengals' feet stink so bad?
Why?
Because they kicked our butt. That's why. They just straight up kicked our tail. I personally think it's our offensive line and lack of receivers. We can't really stretch the ball downfield if Pickens isn't catching the ball, and Pickens can't he can't carry the team. So,
yeah.
He and Freiermuth, they're doing the best they can. We really need another receiver that's out on the field and dependable that we can throw to. Who is a deep ball threat, cross the middle of the field threat, either one, and to give Russell some options. But our offensive line, man, just stunk. I mean, they didn't protect. They haven't protected the last several weeks. Russell's been fumbling the ball. Partly that's on him, but partly because he's trying to make something out of nothing when the line's not protected. So we just stunk, man. I got to the point I got on Facebook because I couldn't watch the rest of it.
Wow.
I was just sitting there. It was just awful, man. But
I know that created a good amount of stress in the Autry family, but did you see the beautiful photos that I sent you of my nephews at that game?
you talking about the one where they're holding hands in the bathroom
Yes.
at the urinals? I would call the snow pics beautiful. It may be how they treated the Chiefs car, but
Yes.
man, I tell you, Pittsburgh is a beautiful place, dude.
Yes,
It's a gorgeous, gorgeous place. So, especially, I'm still gonna call it Heinz Field. I'm not all for this Acrisure or whatever.
Yeah,
So,
right.
but,
Speaking of the Chiefs, Broncos crushing them 38-0. Oh my God, buddy!
Well, did you hear what the Chiefs did?
Talk to me.
They went and got a fifth grade Pop Warner team to take the field for them, so they can all take a break, and that's how Denver won. I mean, listen. Denver's good. They got Bo Nix is a good quarterback who's going to be good for a long, long time. Court Sutton is a good receiver. He would look really good in black and gold. That's all I'm saying. Um, but man, I, that's what happens when you start your third string. Um, and it's smart. Kansas City's clinched a first round bye. They've got the number one seed. Why wouldn't you rest those guys for the playoffs? Especially with Mahomes flirting with an injury.
Yeah, right.
Why not give them a little bit of a break?
Patriots and the Jets and the Saints all looking for a new head coach. Were you surprised by this yesterday?
I was surprised. I mean, listen, I think the nail in the coffin for Mayo was losing to the Jets. I mean, nobody loses to the Jets, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the nail in the coffin for him. But I am a little surprised by it because he was 1 year.
Yeah, but a 23-16 win over the Bills.
Yeah. He had 1 year with a rookie quarterback. And I think, man, I thought Kraft would give him a little bit longer of an extension. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're nowhere near a playoff caliber team. And but man, I'm a little shocked. But when you lose to the Jets, I mean, you got to beat the Jets, man. You got to beat the Jets are just awful, and you got to beat the Jets. You can't lose to the Jets and expect to keep your job.
Surprised by the news of the Saints looking for a new head coach?
No, I'm not surprised by that. And you know what? They too really need a quarterback. They kind of need to overhaul their team, and it honestly wouldn't surprise me if they went out and picked up a Jared Mayo to come on their staff at minimum. But they need an offensively minded coach. They need to reach out to somebody. They need to reach out to somebody like a Mike McDaniels to at least be an offensive coordinator. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It also wouldn't surprise me if what's the guy, man? He's a son of a coach. He was the head coach of the Ravens for a bit.
You're asking the wrong guy. You're asking the wrong guy.
I can't. I'm drawing a mind blank right now, man. It's Monday.
Did you stay up? Did you stay up late last night to watch the wrap in the regular season with the Lions destroying the Vikings 31-9?
No, JD. I'm old and man, about 9:30, man, my brain doesn't work anymore. And we were texting each other, and Becca was like, JD needs to be careful because he doesn't know what kind of text messages he's gonna get from you after 9:30. So
listen, it's Becca that doesn't understand what kind of text messages you're gonna get. I sent look at the pictures I sent you. All right, so I'll throw that right back.
Did you watch that? Hey, did you watch that video about the Cherryville shooters?
No, talk to me,
dude. All right, listen, you want proof that North Carolina has rednecks? Go watch that video.
Is this the one you sent me?
Yes.
Okay.
The one I sent you about the Cherryville shoot. Go watch it. Just go watch it. You listen. When you think North Carolina doesn't have rednecks, man, this is absolute verifiable proof. Like, this will prove that Bigfoot really does exist, and North Carolina really has rednecks. So, no, man, listen, I'm pulling for the Lions. I love the Lions. I'm pulling for the Bills. I just, they're my sentimental favorite. Never won. They've never won the Super Bowl. They've had so many years that they were close, and so many years they were in misery. I love Dan Campbell. I would hope that my kid would get a coach like Dan Campbell to play for. And I love everything he does. I love how he coaches. I mean, if you go watch the post-game interview, the post-game locker room celebrations, like, man, those dudes are locked in. They don't give a care about anybody else. They got a plan and a process. I want Detroit to win. Detroit deserves a Super Bowl. It's been a long, long, long time. And I'm pulling for Detroit. And I want Buffalo to win one too, man. It's sentimental favorite. I love Josh Allen. They got rid of Deshaun Diggs, and everybody, myself included, thought they would crumble a little bit, and they've just been obliterating everybody all season. I would love to see a Buffalo Detroit Super Bowl. I would love to see it happen. I'd be happy with either one of those teams winning. The Steelers aren't ready to win the Super Bowl. As much as I'm diehard black and gold, everybody knows a diehard Steeler fan's a realist Steeler fan, and so we're not ready. We've got some offensive pieces that need to come into play. I love our offensive coordinator. I love the way he thinks, but we've got a little ways to go before we get there. I definitely don't want the Ravens to win it. That's for show. The Ravens need to stay in Baltimore. That's what they need to do, and eat some crabs. It's all Pittsburgh, man. I mean, I can't pull for Baltimore. I want Detroit and Buffalo to get it.
My man, I know that you're enjoying the temperatures down there in North Carolina. We're getting up to 13 today for a high and 9 degrees tomorrow for a high. So enjoy.
That's what everybody's acting like down here. It's going to be, our highs are going to be in mid-30s to 40, and lows are going to be in the 20s and the teens.
Yeah.
So everybody around here thinks that we're under Snowmageddon.
Yes. Yes. We have friends and family in Roanoke, and they think the world is coming to an end.
Well, and they're getting snow. They've got snow. Roanoke got hit last night. So
yeah.
I wonder how many inches they got, but
it'll be all melted by tomorrow.
Yeah, it will be melted by tomorrow. I know. I just talked to my parents. I want them to come to church with me this coming Sunday, and my mom's like, if it doesn't snow, I'm like, Mom, it's not gonna snow. Like it's not.
Listen, man. You know what I love about you, Autry, is you still got an 802 cell phone, man.
You bet that. Come
on. I mean, that's awesome.
Listen, I'm not giving it up. I got my Vermont license plates hanging up in my office, in my garage. I still bleed a little green in me. You know what I'm saying? I still bleed a little green in me.
And gold and black.
That's right, black and gold.
Yeah.
Hey, we're coming back to Vermont on vacation at the end of May, beginning of June next year. We literally can't wait.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, man, I can't wait to see you either. So. We gotta do we gotta bring a little corruption while we're there. You know what I mean? Get in a little bit of trouble.
Please, I got a microphone waiting for you, man.
But anyway, man, we love you guys, and man, y'all stay warm up there, okay?
We will. Thanks, buddy. I love you, man.
Love you too, buddy. God bless.
All right, God bless. Chris Autry this morning with us, just wrapping up the regular season last night. A lot of action. Cardinals beat the 49ers, or the 49ers rather, 47-24. Chargers got the Raiders 34-20. Jets over the Dolphins 32-20. A 30-25 win for the Seahawks over the Rams. Bucks over the Saints 27-19. As we said, the Pats beat the Bills 23-16. Jared Mayo without a job, though. Wow. Close one for the Bears, but they got by the Packers 24-22. Commanders take the Cowboys out 23-19. Other winners, the Colts, the Eagles, the Texans, and the Panthers. And the playoff bracket and schedule is all posted up this morning on the Aired Out page. And how about that Ravens game? Lamar Jackson, I forgot to mention this to Chris, becoming the first NFL player with 4,000 passing and 900 rushing yards in a season. Unbelievable. Listen, we have. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. I know that there's just a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of good stuff going on. There's a lot of crappy stuff in the news. Well aware of what happened over at Market 32, Price Chopper, of that whole story, which has been posted up a couple of different times on the Aired Out page. There's some great concern in our community about some of these outlaws. And I don't know if you've been paying attention. I don't know if you've been seeing the press releases about not only this dude, but also this lady from Massachusetts up here riding around in a Subaru that looks very much like the one, by the way, that crashed into Market 32, 3:45 in the morning, right through the front door. Guy taken off on foot. I'm just, just like you. My first reaction to this was, thank God it was 3:45 in the morning and no one was hurt. That area, as we all know, is so busy with foot traffic, and I'm just glad nobody got hurt. It was an interesting weekend. It really was. I hope it was a good one for you. But man, if you see what's happening in the news around here, there's some really disheartening stuff. And there's a lot of us who spend time on social media playing the blame game and pointing fingers. And man, this is a lot of this is the a sign of the times, man. It's nobody's got all the answers. Nobody has a quick fix to this type of crime. It's a complicated thing, and we all hear and see on social media, well, if the police would just do their job. Man, that's a shallow way of thinking, in my opinion, because it is so much more complicated than that. This dude almost ran over 3 Berlin cops. Well, they should have shot out his tires, and they should have done this, and should have, we could sit and play Monday morning quarterback all day on stuff like this. But unless you're there, and unless you're part of the police force yourself, please have a little bit of pause here and think before you write something that might be a little too simple and maybe a little too ignorant. They're doing the best they can with that story and many, many more that are stacked up. And frankly, I don't know how they do it. And I might even say, if you think that you've got some great answers as to the solution on to how to combat crime, write to your legislator. Join the police force. Vote. Put it in a well thought out explanation. Write something down. Publish it. Send it to every legislator that you can and every police department that you can. But try to be insightful and try to not have so much emotion and just red hot opinion. I don't know, man. I just I give these police officers big props for what they're dealing with. And again, first and foremost, you have to say this. I'm just glad that no one was injured in that situation there in the front of Market 32. It's one of the biggest stories trending right now, this morning, and has been since yesterday. 3:45 on Sunday morning. Amazing. So, yeah, and Massey's asking about this. The first congestion pricing plan in the United States went into effect yesterday, with drivers heading into a large swath of Manhattan paying $9 during peak hours. This program is meant to reduce notoriously gridlocked traffic and encourage the use of public transit. Culmination of an effort first proposed by Michael Bloomberg back in 2007. And now it looks like it's flying. The pricing zone extends from the bottom of Central Park to the island's southern tip, with the charges dropping by 75% during overnight hours. City officials say the toll is expected to generate $500 million in revenue annually over the first 3 years, and will be reinvested into public transportation infrastructure. Interesting. We're talking about one of the most densely populated areas in the country, Manhattan. Wow. This is going to be interesting to see what happens and see how Trump is going to respond to this. Today is the last day for the public to pay their respects in Atlanta to former President Jimmy Carter, who passed away at 100 years old last week. His casket is going to be flown to Washington, D.C., where he will lie in state at the U.S. Capitol until his official funeral service on Thursday this week. Today, Congress is going to be certifying President-elect Donald Trump's presidency victory in Congress, making it official today. Kamala Harris will preside over the counting of electoral votes for each state, and will have to formally certify her own loss and Trump's victory. Today's certification marks the four-year anniversary of the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol. 4 years. Does it not seem like it was yesterday, though? I know the media won't let us forget about it. But still, Michael J. Fox, Hillary Clinton, Magic Johnson, and Bono were among the 19 awarded Presidential Medals of Freedom by Joe Biden. Yeah. Yes, Glenn, you're right. I meant to say insurrection. World news. Ukraine launches an offensive in the Russian region of Kursk, saying, you're getting what you deserved. Meanwhile, in the world, people apparently are ignoring travel warnings and visiting Afghanistan. Have you seen this? Have you read about this? Have you seen this in the news? Have you seen the tourists taking photos in Afghanistan, where the Taliban is saying, hey, we welcome foreign travelers? No thanks. I can think of 1,000,000,001 places that I would rather go on vacation than Afghanistan. Maybe even $1.2 billion. Wow. I don't understand it. There's a lot of things that I don't understand. That's definitely one of them right there. All right, honey. Let's book that winter vacation. It's 10 degrees up here in Vermont. You want to go to the Caribbean? You want to go to the Mediterranean? See a little bit of Italy, maybe? Or, I don't know, what about Afghanistan? I don't get it. I will probably spend the rest of my day today trying to figure that one out. I can't. Listen, God bless. We're going to be back with you tomorrow and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. It's going to be a lot of fun. G-Spot on Thursday. Rex will be in on Friday. We're going to be talking about Big Kenny. Oh, did that episode last Friday get a lot of views? Holy crap. And a lot of opinions and a lot of stuff that has been said about that Big Kenny episode last Friday here on Aired Out. Holy crap. Try to stay warm today. Again, think about those pets, those animals, livestock, whatever it is. Make sure they've got water that's staying in the liquid form. Bring them on indoors if you can. Not the cattle, but the domestic animals. Although if Lily had it her way and we had our cow, it would be in the kitchen. It would. I swear to God it would.